What a holiday weekend. Supergirl's numbers went from bad to worse, a bombshell report explained why, and Marvel's next two Avengers movies may have just leaked completely. I'm taking you through the weekend's 5 biggest stories, one at a time. Supergirl just had one of the roughest second weekends in superhero movie history. The DCU film fell to 4th place over the holiday weekend with $8.6 million in North America. That's a 77% drop. One box office tracker called it, quote, American Kryptonite. The movie has crossed 100 million worldwide, but it's now projected to finish around 130 million total. And with numbers like that, loss estimates run anywhere from 100 million all the way up to 150 million. For comparison, Superman finished its run with 618 million. Josh Wilding has been tracking every twist of the story over on comicbookmovie.com, and the numbers only get more brutal from there. So what went wrong? The Hollywood Reporter has dropped a bombshell on the making of Supergirl, and it's messy. According to the report, James Gunn and director Craig Gillespie were, quote, not creatively aligned. Test screenings were reportedly stuck in the 60s for months. Jeremy Slater got brought in to write around 9 days of reshoots, and then it escalated. DC Studios reportedly forced a face-off, 2 competing cuts. Gillespie's versus the studios tested head-to-head. The studios cut won by 2 points. That's the version that hit theaters. Now, this is all from anonymous insiders and nobody involved has commented. So, grain of salt. But Josh Wilding's full breakdown is over on comicbookmovie.com, and it's a fascinating read. Is James Gunn building the wrong DC universe? An editorial over on comicbookmovie.com asked that question this weekend, and it got a lot of people talking. The headline is spicy. How James Gunn is destroying the DCU, one C-list superhero at a time. But the argument is more measured than you'd expect. Batman has no DCU movie on the calendar. Wonder Woman hasn't been cast. Meanwhile, Clayface and DC Crime Art are full stream ahead. Josh Wilding argues Marvel only earned its Guardians of the Galaxy gamble after building pillars like Iron Man first. And he warns, quote, the biggest casualty will be the DCU itself. Agree or disagree, it's worth your time. Where do you land on that one? The entire plot of Avengers Doomsday has supposedly leaked, beat by beat, deaths and all, nearly 6 months before the movie lands in theaters on December 18th. A full synopsis has apparently been floating around online for months, but it became news when YouTuber John Campea vouched for at least one version of it. I wrote about the strangest part over on comicbookmovie.com. Nobody seems to care. And look, the box office will be fine. Endgame made $2.8 billion with spoilers everywhere. Reshoots have reportedly changed big chunks of this movie anyway. But as I put it this weekend, you can't unread a synopsis. The studio doesn't lose a dollar when the plot leaks, but you lose the surprise. The supposed plot breakdown for Avengers Secret Wars has hit Reddit, and it has fans completely divided. Big disclaimer up front, this is a rumor. It has not been confirmed, but it makes some pretty big claims. Robert Downey Jr. playing a Tony Stark variant on top of Doctor Doom, Loki recreating the multiverse, Battleworld under Doom's control, which happens to line up with a separate rumor about an army of Thor variants, the Thor Corps, pulled straight from the comics. As Josh Wilding put it, a lot of this reads like fan fiction, but at the same time, it's oddly believable. Secret Wars lands in theaters in December of next year, so nothing is locked in. What do you think? Is it real or fan fiction? And that's your weekend. A brutal stretch for Supergirl, a messy story behind it, a real debate about the DCU's direction, and 2 Avengers leaks worth dodging. Which caught your attention this weekend? Let me know in the comments. Every article is linked below, so go give them a read. I'm Nate Best, co-founder of comicbookmovie.com, your home for superhero news that's created by fans for fans.